Hi, Emily Nielsen here with Cooking Lab 8, getting ready to make some crackers today. Now, I'm going to make my crackers in the oven even though I have a dehydrator because I don't know many other people that do have a dehydrator. So I thought it'd be good for me to have some practice using a method that I know everyone can use because I don't know very many people that don't have an oven. So to make these crackers today, I've got 2 stalks of celery that I diced up. I've got a cup of raw almonds that I coarsely chopped. I've got 2 cloves of garlic that I finely minced. I've got 3 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. I have a teaspoon of rosemary Celtic sea salt, which I think is going to be fantastic because these are supposed to be rosemary almond crackers. And then I wasn't able to find any fresh rosemary, which is really disappointing because I think that would add quite a bit of good flavor. And the rosemary that's in my garden died this year, was not happy at all. So I'm going to use a tablespoon of regular dried rosemary along with my rosemary flavored salt, and I think that's going to be a fine combination. Now so we've got our dry ingredients here besides the lemon juice. And to make the dough, I've got a half a cup of flaxseed powder and a half a cup of golden flax seeds that I was able to get online, Terrasol brand. And I let those sit for about 20 to 30 minutes in 2 cups of purified water. So this is turned into like a nice little gel here that's going to be the wet to make our cracker dough that we're going to spread onto the non-stick baking sheets and bake at a fairly low temperature for about 45 to 50 minutes until they're ready. I've got my 2 cookie sheets here with my non-stick Silpat mats, and I've got the cracker dough spread about as thin as I could get it, which is, I think, maybe still a little too thick. We'll see. I sprinkled one of the cookie sheets with the leftover dust of the almonds to have a little crisp on it, and then the other one with some fresh ground salt and pepper. So these guys are going to go in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes, and then we'll see how they turn out. Alright, so I switched the cracker pans in the oven about halfway through the bake time, which was supposed to be about 25 minutes so that they would brown evenly, and since I don't have a convection oven. And they took about 25 minutes longer total than the recipe called for. So it took nearly an hour and a half, just a little less, to actually get them to a nice crispy texture to where they weren't doughy anymore. I managed to not get them overcooked, which is really nice, and the flavor is delicious. The flavor is really strong. I think the rosemary infused salt and then the rosemary as well, the dried rosemary, was just a little too strong, but the flavor is really good, and you don't even need to dip them in anything to enjoy them, although I did use some of my sprouted hummus to give them a flavor. They're pretty light, they break really easily and crumble, so they're not great for like scooping a big hunk of something up, but I really actually like the texture. It's very airy and light. They'd be really good crumbled over like a soup or something like that, as opposed to tortilla chips or things that we often use to flavor and give that extra texture to soup. I really liked the crackers that I put the salt and pepper over especially, and I think it'd be really easy to just add a little seasoning to make all kinds of different flavor combinations, Cajun or Indian with some turmeric and some spices like that. I think would be delicious. So overall, great experience. I am going to try them in my dehydrator next time, but I was glad I used the oven because it'll help me know it does take a little longer than the recipe said, how to watch them to kind of peeling up from the edge so they get that actual cracker consistency and not more, it was more like a flatbread before. I had to bake it quite a bit longer. So I really love this recipe, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to make crackers, but I can, and I love them, so that's great.